Oh, I was obsessed from an early age. I think it was in high school when I was 16, and we had a group. We used to just stay up all night, cut school, play poker. My father took me to Vegas when I was 16, basically expecting that I would never get into the casinos. But I was able to grow a beard then, and ended up sneaking down Las Vegas Hilton, sneaking out of the room and playing in the 5-10 stud game, where I got cleaned out by a guy in a hat, and that was it. You know, I was hooked from then on. I would probably be a broke railbird. I'm pretty sure I would be that guy who's standing on the rail, you know, telling bad beat stories and asking someone to put me in a game. I once played in a game, a private game, in Poughkeepsie, New York. This guy, New Pulse Bob, took me to this game, and I won every single chip in the cash game on the table, everything. And when I was finished, they gave me a yellow piece of paper that said what they owed me. It was like a Bob game. And in the car ride home, I traded the yellow piece of paper to New Pulse Bob for a hamburger. But it was a big win. I just knew that it was so big I was never going to get paid. Well, it's gone now, but the Stardust was my home. I mean, we used to go out there at summers in college, and when I graduated high school, and it was $18 a night for the room out the back in the motor lodge, the poker rate. We'd split it 3 ways, and they'd give us $5 meal coupons, and you know, if you could last a summer there, you know, playing 3-6 limit hold'em, you'd done well. And it was just, the old Stardust was like the greatest dealers in the world, and they sort of took us under their wing. It was just a fantastic place. And I'd probably spill my chips. And I don't know. I'd make a little raise and pray everybody folds, because I'm not ready to go out of the tournament. But know deep down that I can never fold this hand pre-flop. The best live player in Europe. God, I mean, there's so many. Well, in a cash game, if you had to guarantee you wanted somebody to win, if you had your case money on the table, you had to give it to someone to play in a cash game for you, and absolutely could not lose. God, who would I'd go with Parkinson on a very good day. The worst player in Europe. Well, I'd have to say Parkinson on a very bad day. Heads up for the bankroll. God, that's a good question. I once played. I once played when I was in. I used to be up in Foxwoods, and I once actually played heads up with a guy who was legally blind, and he had to hold his cards up. He had to actually. He couldn't see his cards if they were more than 1.5 inches away from his face. So he'd hold his cards up like that, and the dealer would have to read out the flop to him, and he beat me out of $2,000. So I have absolutely no idea. If you can't beat a blind guy, and this is my level, you know. Poker or beer? Oh, poker. Oh, I mean, poker. Poker and coffee, that's a tough question. But, I mean, you know, no. Poker over beer. Poker over coffee, it's a toss-up. I don't know if poker would be that much fun if there were no coffee. I'm still with poker. Oh, take Marty Smith any day of the week. I mean, how could you not want to be Marty Smith? Well, I'm probably the biggest Nicky Power. I mean, Flipper's a good guy, but I'm the biggest Nicky Power fan out there. I saw him win this charity tournament in Galway recently, and like we were raising the blinds, I think, every 3 minutes. And, I mean, he was just locked on. You'd think it would be a crapshoot, but Nicky Power was locked on from about, 20 out. It was masterful. Well, I'd rather be Rory just for the crack. I mean, Rory is... to be inside... If you could just be inside Rory's head for one day, there would be peace on earth. I'll tell you what. Bad beach story. I once I'd won a bunch of money at